So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and or off the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. That's the goal. That's the introductory dribbleness that will get us into more advanced dribbling concepts. Do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just stop all action after 4 and. Aiming towards beat 4. Okay, yeah. That's the direction. Do that. Think about, okay, go back to what we did. 4 and release. Do 1, 2, 3, 4 and with just one ball. Forget the other ball. And keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Yeah. See how they almost go down at the same time? Mm-hmm. Then you still guide that afterwards. Yes, there it is. There it is. That's it. Okay, now the key is to every dribble is forced. 1, 2, 3, both hands down, equal force. Not this anticipation. Oh, I have to do something here, so therefore everything else gets neglected. Right. This is prime language for when we're drum setting. Come to the carpet in here. Come stand here. Dribble on that carpet. Less noise, a focused target to aim at. And when the ball gets away, it doesn't get away inside of here. Keep your body still and just move your arms. To your knee, put your knees on the edge of the carpet and have it be a shorter distance. Yet still just as much power getting shoved down into the earth. No, you stay down. I'll get it. Just like our bucket of sticks, when we drop one, we've got one, you know. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to waste our time chasing implements. You do. Well, I'm not the one doing the thing. Yeah. And for the case of sticks, we just let them sit the floor and I collect them, you know, a couple days later if we're being realistic. Yeah. Or until 5 minutes before the next lesson. Now, the right hand was good, but the left hand just Totally shit the bed.
Okay.
That's the point of this.
Yeah.
Things continuing to go independently. Although, when we're drum setting, when we're doing this, we're not thinking about the 4 limbs being independent. We don't have 4 different brains. We don't get to like brag about this extreme independence of limbs. That's not how we think about it. The right hand goes down, that's an independent stroke. The left hand goes down, that's an independent stroke. The right hand and the left hand moving together, that's not 2 things happening at once. That's one thing. That's one of many other single actions. All 4 limbs going down together, that's not 4 things happening. That's one action of all the things combined. So this 4 and this 2-to-1 ratio, that's one operation, not 2 operations happening at the same time. It can be thought of as a single event. Dribble even harder, like a lot of speed. So therefore, you have a lot to slow down on the way back up. More drummer language. Yeah, get a hold of that. Gradually build it and maintain control the whole time. Yeah. And now that you're off your feet, now you know, what are you like 5'11"?
Yeah, 6'.
Yeah. Now you're not like way up here in the stratosphere trying to control a thing way down on the ground. Now you've come to the ground. So now things are a lot more manageable. Like having your drums not too far away.
Yeah.
You know, efficiency of motion. Okay, now get those balls to bounce evenly. And the left hand, okay, the right hand was above the left hand. Now make the left hand go above the right. Let's see if your left hand can be, yep, exactly, can become more forceful. Be able to beat it. Okay, now start here, do this. Start at the same time. Just have these and then just turn them over. And then they start. There you go. And see if you can make those bounces silent. Silent dribbling. There it was. Yeah. And now let's see, you can be still. Just be still, and only things that need to move are moving. Now, of course, your body is going to sympathetically be vibrated and shook. I expect your hair to wiggle around, but you know, your frame, keep it firm. Just like sitting down on a drum set. Just like doing anything that requires care of the hands performatively. Or the body. When Steph Curry is shooting a 3-pointer, you know, he's not unnecessarily flexing his pinky toe to make that happen. He's only doing what needs to occur to make the action happen. There goes that left hand. All right, start dribbling with just your left. And then add the right hand in. Think about it. Keep that forceful though. Don't let the power go away just because you're anticipating adding a complexity. There we go. Okay, give me a 4 and 1, and we'll call it good. Yes. Okay. Bingo. There it is. All right. Chair. Drums. There's the hi-hat. There is... Where's that hi-hat? Oh, it's black. I can't see it. All right. Have a seat there. Let's get rid of this junk. Play me something cool. Oh, how about a pedal? Where's my? Oh, there it is. Oh, what the heck? Oh, maybe that's why I had it off, because the chain thingy came undone. Yeah. Oh, there's my washer. So I bet that bolt, the nut is nearby. Here we go. Alternative. This pedal is definitely inferior, but that's for you to adjust to, because you're going to be playing on lots of different equipment and lots of different feels, and so deal with it. And I got smart. I put some duct tape here, so now I can be off or on. It's not going to fall off or go away. And the weight of this towel is holding this flat. Okay, now don't use your elbow. Don't open your elbow at all. So if you don't get to, if this doesn't work anymore, then what becomes the solution?
Wrist.
Yeah. Okay, and now aside from the timing of it all, which is non-existent, what can you do with stick placement, where you're hitting on the thing, to make this sound less amateur? Okay, the differences between hitting with the bead versus the edge, the shoulder, and then have your ghost notes be off to the side here and have them be imperceptible, and then just come over here, whack, and hit right in the center.
Okay.
And now, that sounds way better. Still sounds like ass, but it sounds immediately better for two reasons. One, just the instrument itself, just the tone quality of the sound is better, which then, because you were then being more deliberate about where you're hitting and then you're evoking a better sound, you were then more inspired to do it better. And it was better, barely, but it was better. The first time I sat down at a guy's like pro kit, it was in his home studio, and it was all mic'd up. It was amazing, and sparkly DW kit. I had never played on anything like that, like even remotely that amazing before. Every tom, every cymbal, the snare drum was just butter, which is a pretty rare adjective to describe a snare drum, because snare drums are just inherently, rude. So I was way more inspired to be like, oh, like I had more reverence for it, and therefore I inadvertently put more reverence into my own playing, because I was way more inspired to then make music out of it. When I'm sitting down at a Yamaha CFX grand piano, which they have in the band room, the things that I plunk around on my crappy little old Spinet piano in there, pale in comparison to the things that I play on that Yamaha, because what I play on the Yamaha is just like, oh, I actually have now an opportunity to make something musical. Because I could play killer chord on that one. It's just lackluster, and I'm not inspired. I'm not inspired by the sound. I'm not inspired to like give it that extra nice refined touch to make it sound even better. So when you make your sounds better, it compels you to just be better. Now, let's take that beat, and we'll have that beat sounding way better by the end of the hour. By doing what? What needs to, okay, not specifically, but, okay, I want to ask the question. Break it down. What are all the things you're doing? Take it from multi-surface playing, 1, 2, multi-surface, to now single surface playing. So play all that you're playing, just play it right there. Sure. Okay, so this needs to be taller because you are a taller guy, and your legs I don't want in the way of your hands. I don't want your hands to feel like they have to go somewhere because other body parts are in the way. No. Your hands need to go where they need to go, and then the rest of your body can move the hell out of the way. Which is, pretty difficult, which is why I moved the drum. I just made it taller. So now you have space here. And now there's nothing, there's nothing in your way. Okay. Do this. So that spectrum of opening the fingers versus turning the wrist. No fingers for now. Not a death grip, but just, death grip and then relax. But just keep the hand closed for now. Just turn the wrist. And we'll get this going. So kick your elbows out a little bit more. So if my goal is to My goal is to stay away from French grip and be turned over into this. The higher my surface is, the more I'm compelled, because my surface is up here. I'm never going to play in French grip here. I'm just going to be compelled to just do that. So I've raised this up on you. I could raise you up. We could just go over here, but just keep on the drums for today. So whatever gets your hand, whatever gets the orientation of your wrist here, as opposed to there. So whatever you need to do to make that happen, usually elbows out. Okay, now we'll break down that. How can we reduce that? What is each hand doing? What is each hand doing?
16th note.
Combined, they're doing 16th note, one E and a two E and a, but each hand is doing what? Eighth notes. So, but those are displaced, so they happen one after the other. Mm-hmm. So instead of making them one after the other, put them together. Mm-hmm. Taps and accents and taps. That's what these are. Accents. Anything that's not an accent is just a tap. Tap, tap, tap. Mm-hmm. So pretty basic language. So in double stops, well, actually, just as written, let's do the exercise. Whoops. Metronome. Voice number 1. Old technology.
So fun.
The kind of technology that you can just whack because it ain't digital. Well, it's not a computer. Uh-huh. Can you imagine just slapping your Mac computer? No. It's not because some wires has come undone. If you slap it, that wire might arc back to an electric connection like this. I gotta get in there and resolder things. Okay, let's just take it down to good old chill 90. Let's give me some of these. Keep your fingers on it. Do this. Yeah, not up, down, up, just down, up. Yeah. So start at 3 inches, down, up. Yeah. Stay down, and then from there, your first action is down. Just start at 6 inches. Do it again. So not up, down, up, but just down. There it is. Now, have that upstroke go up as fast as it possibly can. Wham! And the trick though is to still hit that thing with some Bruce Lee chi. You know who Bruce Lee is?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. I don't have to beat you. You're still giving that some effort, something, you know, like something someone would feel without pulling the punch, without doing this, without feathering it. But you still, it's that 3 inches, and you know the 1 inch punch, this thing. You ever seen Kill Bill? Uma Thurman trying to bust out of that coffin with a 1 inch punch? Yeah, 1 inch punch. Okay, now it's still going to be quiet. Okay, you were doing it, as you know, I told you to do that, you did it. Now, really just think about the weight of the stick itself being a part of that force instead of you just making it do the thing. Like this is a small stick. So there's still force there. It's a ghost note. That's what we're saying. These taps are ghosts. It could be called accents and ghosts.
Okay.
So now with one hand, just do this. And so you're okay. Okay. Before we do that, now the other action. Yeah, that stays down and ends in preparation for the down up. So do that crazy slow. And freeze at that moment. Take a deep breath. Now, keep each hit at quarters. Don't rush the ghost. Have your upstroke, pew! As if there's gunpowder here. Just pow, just pop off the surface. Little rocket boosters. Boing! Yeah, there it is. Dot, dot, dot. Let's give you some syncopation. Some subdivisions for your brain to lock into. Oh, still at the same tempo, but now less finger, more wrist. Still finger, but more wrist. That's my bottom line. Now, fast upstroke. Boing. Look at us in the mirror. Let's see whose hand can get up first. Notice that mine is slightly ahead. Go for it. Do it. Boing. There we go. Now we're tied. Okay, now it's got more of a flow going on. Take it to 110 from 90, or 110 from 90. Let's get rid of the 16th notes because that's just annoying. We'll get rid of the 8th notes because that's still annoying. Although is good for the brain to make sense of all those fast notes.
Yeah.
And lock into it. Left hand alone. Keep it down. Down, freeze, up. Just do a few downs. Okay, see how it's ending up here? Do it. Just grab this thing. Like, you're preventing it from wanting to go. This wants to fly back up. It has energy. So you're stopping that. All right. Do double stops and see which hand can finish at the lowest. Okay, yeah. Now they're even. Now they're small. Now do lefts. Boing. So you have two things to think about. Crush that stick, and then a split second later, it's rocket boosting off the surface of Mars. Slow it down. Back to 90. Freeze up. Freeze up. Freeze at 3 inches up. Da 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 da. Each hit is with a met. Not that. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you something to practice. You take this home, put this on your steering wheel. Do this. I'll write it as you're doing it.
Start up here?
Yep. There it is. Now read that.
Down, 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 up, up.
Mm-hmm. Faster, 100. Listen to it first. Now do your left hand lead. Get that to stop. I want this stick to be flat. Okay. Obviously you're not going to be down here because then you're just clicking the rim, but right there and then here, like where you're, like having this be flat, not at an angle. Yeah, without pressing. You're still going to let this fall. You're not going to pull your punch. It's going to go. It wants to go down, but you have to let it go down first and then grab it. Okay, do this. Stop the stick at 12. And it's a bounce. 9, 6, 3. Do that spectrum. Just one hand.
Okay.
Forget the met. So you're not lifting. Okay, use this stick for a second. Mm-hmm. Bounce this thing. Like, okay, do this first. Just let that fling. Yeah, exactly. It came up on its own. You didn't lift that. Okay, so that power, let it fly back up on its own. Mm-hmm. That's called stopping it at 12, 9, 6, 3. You could do like a do a visual decrescendo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Now do that again with these. Really freeze it first, like, see this, and then depart from there. Okay, now forget the separation. See how your left hand's like, woo. It's going for a ride. Mm-hmm. Have it be symmetrical. Now with the right hand, do this, accelerate. Keep your head up while you do that. Relax. Take a deep breath. You're just the observer. You're not the player. You're observing. This is the player. You are the observer of it. You don't have to like get in. You don't have to enter into its business. Yeah, let's get in there. And then the trick will be as you accelerate to make sure that that small note is still in between, not dadu, 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 which is, instinctual when first starting it off. And we're going too fast now, but I wanted you to like push along that spectrum to be like, oh, this is where it's breaking down. Like, oh, this is where, at this tempo is where my taps become rushed or, uneven of some sort. So back to that drum beat.
Okay.
Play it again. Just use these. Now, wrists and doing this. So you're still doing this. And now you're changing levels, changing surfaces and levels. Not only are you moving laterally, but you're also changing the Z factor too.
Okay.
Well, X and Y, the Z would be like, out that way.
Okay. So wait. Right?
Yeah, slow that down, yeah. Now, hit those things as loud as you can on the accents and as imperceptible as possible with the taps and slow down. Tap, zoom. Yeah, tap is up there.
Yeah.
Do it up here first. Get the beat off the. This needs to be higher for you. Higher is better, always. Over lower. Too high is better than too low. Just right is just right. But, if you're going to be on one side of height, better to be too high than too low. Dig into it. There we go. Now I just put that second accent down here. Okay, now back onto this. And add in the ghost notes. So. Still doing this. This hand is bouncing this ball, and this hand is bouncing that ball. They got nothing to do with each other. Yeah, just even taps, no difference in dynamics. Just all one thing. It's just crazy slow down. So you can start off here. In fact, just do eights. Do that first. Less arm movement. Now it changes to fours. Look at your left hand when you do that. Keep that as steady as possible. In fact, put the right hand here. We're listening to evenness of sound there. Crazy slow down. Yeah, okay, yep. You know how to do it. Okay, now, if your drum beat is going to be split 16th notes with your left hand staying down here, which is dangerous, I recommend it up there, but if that's what it's going to be, then you're playing way off to the side with imperceptibility, because too much snare drum is too much snare drum. I mean, snare drums are already too much. Snare drums are inherently too much. So if you're just adding to it by insisting on that the left hand is going to be hitting that thing, this should be sparse. But if that's your drum beat, that's what the music calls for. No one would ever write that part because it's just a bad beat. Because it sounds bad. Because okay, try that beat up here. Put the left hand, keep it up there. Yeah, all of a sudden people want to dance to that. Now put it back. Now put it back here and see what that sounds like. Yeah, it just sounds like this like upbeat nightmare. You know, it's just too much. But you can still attempt to make that horrible beat sound musical. And the way you would do that is to have your left hand just be nothing off to the side. It is simply a filler. It's just the parsley on the plate. You ain't putting your teeth into that at all. Yeah, it sounds, I'm not going to say better, I'm going to say not as bad. Okay. Now don't move this at all. Only this. This is going to happen because you're changing levels, but this angle doesn't have to change. It's all going to be wrist here. Put this way, like put that almost up by the rim and have it just be like, okay, do it now. Now play the beat. Okay, now get if I see you hit the snare drum, if see the hi-hat with a bead in public, if I'm at a show, if I'm in the audience, I'm just going to take this drumstick, I'm going to pull it out of I'm going to hide it here, pull it out, I'm just going to throw it at you right in the middle of the show. Okay. So feel free, and so your level change doesn't have to be so drastic if your hand is already down here. Okay. So you see your hand can still be at the same plane. It can still move this way, It's not going to move on the y-axis, just the z-axis, just the y-axis. Not the y-axis, just the x-axis. So you can be here and hit that thing and still be here and hit this thing. So the level change is occurring with the wrist, not because you oriented your arm differently. Forget the left hand. The left hand's killing me. Forget the bass drum. Watch this. Okay, I'll do it myself. See, as if I'm hitting a whole like spherical plane in front of me, I could be hitting up here, but I haven't like raised to hit here. So this is you can think of this as like an arc of a spectrum. Yeah, exactly. Just do fours. 1, 2, 3. Now come back and hit the center of that thing. So now you're going to move further. Now play that drum beat again. Now never do that beat again and play it up here.
Okay.
You're still stiff. Let the wrist fly. Okay, now instead of all the accents, now I come back to do this. Slow it down. Keep this thing close. Give me accents. Play that with a filler. More force. Wham! Left hand lead. Slow down. Cha-chun-chun-chun, cha-chun-chun-chun. Right hand lead. Yeah. Now keep that same flow and keep the same flow, but just because you switch levels, switch drums, doesn't mean you get all tight. Because you are stiff because you're doing a level change and a surface change. So therefore you think you need to be stiff about it. The more you get comfortable with a stick in your hand, the more fluid this will be. add that back in because I can't stand it. Right there. See how you're right there. This change is going to be a game changer because this now, because if I try to pull, don't let me take this from you. If I try to pull this away from you, this becomes straight. If I'm pulling on this, it would never maintain this shape. It's always going to be, all right, hold this, try to hold this shape. It's not going to work. This is as if you're throwing it. There's weight on the end of there. Yeah, all right. There. See how this, think about this line, not here, there. Now that we've driven 16th notes into our blood, switch. Now do this. So with the idea of the left being down here now, this pedal really sucks. Wham! Look at my hand in the mirror. I'm getting some molar grip on this. Okay, my hand is slightly elevating, but you know, whatever. Just as long as it's not like, here I am, here I am, here I am, here I am. You know, so it doesn't need to be that drastic. There's flexibility here. Okay, so now. So now, instead of this only being on the E's and the U's, it's going to break once in a while and then just come in for the, you know, B2 and B4. 1, 2, 3. Let's keep it simple. Doesn't make much sense to play that B if I'm going to be simple here. Play around with that. I'm going to write out something for you.
Play around with what you were doing?
Yeah, see if you can simulate. And I'll write this out for you. Yeah, don't have your toe too far up the pedal. Yeah, that little ghost note in between. It's on the 16th note frame. So let's do this. And I'm just gonna write this like that's obviously in between those. I'm just gonna be like ultra basic about this. So do da da Okay. Do da do. Let's add a bass drum, but just on beat. Just on beat 1 for now. Look at that. Ultra basic hieroglyphics. So play these without the parenthetical. Oh. Yeah, add one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's fine right now. Play the beat without the ghost notes.
Okay.
Okay, now add it in ghost notes. It's all it's all natural sticking. Play just the first 2 beats. Okay. Beat 1 to beat 2. Do ja ga. Do ja. So your hands are going. Yeah, exactly. Right, left, right. Slow down. Now, I think the reason why you play like this is because you're trying to avoid your sticks. Just play over here. Okay. Then you don't have to avoid. Now have that be way softer. Now do this. Now this is the accent tap. And so loud, soft, soft. Exactly. Sticks are clicking together. Play now. Okay, now play it on single surface. Make that sound good. Single surface, then split it to multi. What is happening there? What's the breakdown? Everything you play should be broken downable. You should just know what the breakdown is, and then be able to practice that. You should know how to break things down and create little etudes, little exercises, and then break it back up. Okay. Take that half as slow. Twice as slow. Do, ja. So your left hand is just starting low. It's not up here. There's no reason to be up there. And then there's not a double stop on beat 2. It's just right. So good doing right. Yeah, okay, loop beat 1 and 2. Hands are in your lap, killing me. Keep going. Don't hit my stick.
Okay, what about on that one?
There is no left. It's just right. There's only one tiny little left throughout the whole loop.
Wait, that snare hit's we're not doing that?
But that's not played with your left hand.
Wouldn't it be?
Oh. You're right. I'm spacing. Yeah, they're both accented. Slow that down. Just do this. Do this. Bop, bop. Yeah, now how'd that be? Okay, just do this. Okay, my wrist is going to come up first, and then they get whipped then they get whipped up there. Okay, now do this. Now instead of both together, right, left, so that we can go right, left, put down. Yeah, now have that be smooth and supposed to, don't be stiff about it. Do it with just left. Give me a molar stroke with your left. More powerful. Hit that thing. Break it. Okay, let's have a sound contest. Your left hand, my left hand. Do it. Louder. I want this drum to. Okay, let's try to break this drum head right now. Right hand. Start here. And then send your wrist down, and this gets flown back, and therefore it gets flung forward. Feel free to raise your shoulder, like get into that thing. Break it. And notice I'm hitting dead center, which is how I'm beating you every time. Because you're hitting over here, you don't have to see. You could have a more efficient stroke, but if you're hitting it off of the soft side of the drum, forget about it. Hit that thing. Okay, start here, just start totally cranked back. And just. Okay, now that's leading from the beat. Now leading from the wrist. Start here and throw your wrist down. But this goes forward And therefore, this comes back. And so, in the full motion of the thing, you are coming. Let's see. So, I'm getting. It doesn't really make sense to just start here, but because we have it's in the context of a perpetual motion. So I have momentum this way, and then when I change directions, so this is coming this way, but then when I change directions on it, it's still going this way, it's still moving that way, but I've changed down here. So now there's this insane amount of, catapults action ready to go. Whoosh. So it's moving this way, but then I'm changing directions on it all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, now we're talking. Yes. Feel a little different?
Yeah.
Sound a little different? Okay, now let's play the game. Now it's equal. Welcome to hitting something for real.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. So, just go watch a bunch of Bruce Lee documentaries. Just go watch a bunch of how the body moves, how to throw a punch, how Mike Tyson, knocked out every mofo in the 80s. He's a short guy too. And his reach isn't that long. He decimated Goliaths that were way bigger than he was, because he was able to be fast and sneaky and get in there. But his power, his punches were just incredibly powerful because he understood. His body understood, and obviously, he came from the streets and he was a little bit dumb, but he did have some inherent smarts in him, inherent intelligibility, and so he's kind of a fascinating guy to listen to him talk about things, especially analyzing fights and movement and body motions and everything. He gets it. And so it's kind of interesting to hear someone who just sounds like they should just have no vocabulary whatsoever speak somewhat eloquently, within this context. So his body knows, but then he also knows how to throw a punch. And I don't throw a punch by just. This isn't what starts the motion. My foot off the ground, twisting, and this twists, and therefore, this, therefore, that. Kinetic linking. Kinetic linking. Go buy a whip. Go to Paso or something. Go to some rootin' tootin' store and get yourself a bull whip, and then go around and whip the whole world, including your sister. Whack! How old is she?
15.
Yeah. Get a rat towel. Get a rat tail. You get a towel, unlike this one, and then you fold it over like this. And this is squares, but just imagine this is rectangular. And then, in fact, give me one of those bigger towels there. Just throw me the whole stack. Grab one. Okay, that'll work. So now, this is how you do it. Fold it like that, and then along that edge, then you make yourself a really nice tight thing. It's nice, and it's way tighter if I did this on the ground and able to get into it. This is a rat tail. All right. Let's do. Oh, let's just do it on this. Whip this thing. Yeah. Whack. Okay, stand here and let go and just, okay, let's see what happens. Let's make it better. And then what you can do is you can get some rubber bands. Oh, and then wrap them around there. Just do it with this. With that thing. With that. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, now, but before you initiate, this has to be taut. Like, because what you're doing is you're sending this that way, but if it's like loose, then it's got, so if this is, so notice the relationship with both my arms, like this is back, but then my other hand is back too. Mm-hmm. So get ready here, but then, yeah, now do it. Yeah, there it is. Stand 2 inches back. Too close. Because you want, there it is. And notice all the fuzz off of this thing. Mm-hmm. Because that thing, it flipped really fast at the moment it hit. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of speed, and then it hit, which is now why we have a dust storm in here. Mm-hmm. Do it again. Mm-hmm. Flip the sticker, flip this around. It's going to fall apart on us. Okay, now, instead of initiating here, like, really have this back, and then, whew, yeah, start here. Now do it. There we go. Uh-huh. Now hit that thing dead center. Uh-huh, yep. There we go. Now, what are you doing to make this happen? You are changing directions mid-flight. Mm-hmm. Just like the molar stroke. The only difference between the whip and is that we're doing this. We're doing a backhanded stroke, like we're hitting something on the upstroke versus the downstroke. So we could go down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the direction. It's just, does the body know how to change directions on a thing in motion, or doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Whip this thing. There it is. Whack! Do that to your sister. Teach your sister how to make some rat tails. Get 2 rat tails going on. Get some rubber bands around it so it stays tight, and have a rat tail war tonight. I want some welts on her love handle right there. Like whack.
I'll get a Nina Jones scar.
Yeah. I give you permission. My teacher said I am supposed to beat you tonight. What?
Well, you did say to get 2.
Yeah. So it's a fair fight. But boys against girls.
This is a tough girl.
All right. It's a girl nonetheless, especially next to a 6 foot, older beast. She got no chance. Yeah. If it was a wrestling match, no. Just the weight, you could just sit on her. She ain't go anywhere.
She's taking wrestling.
Yeah, but she's not heavier than you.
True.
So there we go. The toughest, most badass girl on the planet has no chance against her equal, the most badass. All world records are held by men, 100% of them, in the Olympic world. That's why there's differences, that's why there's men's sports and women's sports. That's why Title IX in the 70s was invented. Oh, we should designate women's sports. Women's sports came about in the 70s, called Title IX. like, okay, there shall be no boys, and which is why now boys who are like cutting off their dicks, they still got, there's still a man competing in women's sports is a total violation of Title IX. And then women who made that in the 70s would be flipping over their graves, if they knew this was happening now. So you can't be, it's a force. It's a force. So, whip things, go home, make some rat tails. The boy, you even know, you even heard that word before? This was super fun in the early '90s when my my cohorts and I were in gym class in the locker room. Get those white terry cloth towels, and maybe it's a little bit wet too. Ooh, whack! You make, I heard some little boys do some screams in in those locker rooms. Not from my hand. I wasn't the one, in these violent things, but I saw them, and I saw how they were made. Not far enough, or not close enough. Whack! Oh, this is going to break too. I should redo this. Yeah. It's moving this way. The thing is moving this way, but I betray the momentum. I betray the vector. Whack. Oh, this is really poorly made.
What is it?
It's just some piece of crap. It's a decorative rope. I should just go to Ace Hardware and just get some lengths and make something real. Maybe even make it out of chain so that it's like has consequences if you mess up. Like if you accidentally, if you hit yourself with this. This is why I have these in here, because kids. So that Muller stroke that stick is going up, but you change directions on it. And then that result is the result that we got on the snare drum today. Whack! Extreme amount of power. The ultimate metric for what I'm doing here, and within a few years' time, I'm gonna expand onto the property, and we have drummers basketball, we have drummers baseball. I'm gonna have stations, and turn this into a whole camp. And the ultimate metric of success at this camp is an accelerometer that measures pressure, or a decibel reader that, we were just going off of sound, or we could do speed. We could have a speedometer, and we have to send our stick boom through there, whoa, 200 miles per hour. Far way faster than that. A whip makes a sound in the air. It hits nothing. How is it making a sound if it's hitting nothing? It's not hitting itself. What is that sound?
It's just kind of the extension of it, it straightened out.
No, that's a guess. No, there's the whip is silent. But where does that sound come from? The air. What's happening to the air?
It's getting pushed.
Compressed. It's a sonic boom.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on sea levels and humidity and things. It's roughly about 770 miles per hour. Basically a little less than 800 miles per hour is the speed of sound. The whip is going 900 miles per hour. It's going faster than air can even be moved. So, if I have a bunch of pool balls lined up and I just push them, they'll all go burp, they'll all just bump into each other. But if I just slam them, they're all going to just turn into this compression jumble. And then if you're on the other end of that, then you get a face full of a bunch of balls all at once, as opposed to just that one ball in the end hitting you, and then the next one hits you, and the next one hits you. You're getting a whole bunch of air. That's a sonic boom. So those planes flying out, those jets, they're going, Mach 2, Mach 3, Mach 1 is, is the speed of sound. So Mach 2, that's 1,600 miles per hour, roughly. So those things, anything going beyond Mach 1 is going to create a sonic boom in the air because it's just, the plane itself is making a sound. It's got that huge engine. But that sound isn't making it to you in time before the plane gets even closer to you. Like the sound is back here, the jet is here. So there's this pressure wave. And that's why you see, like in the movie, that killer movie, Maverick. You see Maverick? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. So you see the air, you see like this fluff happening around the jet. Like what's that? Mm-hmm. That's literally the air. You can see air getting condensed. Just like if I took a bunch of pool balls and they're all spread out and then I put them together, then that would create a greater visual impact. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, they're all together now versus just spread out and I hardly notice them. Mm-hmm. So that's what that is around that edge. That's it's air getting smashed into each other. It's just an amalgamation of air molecules just becoming this mass around it. And that wouldn't be happening if anything would be lower than the speed of sound. Because sound is air. Sound is just boop, air molecules just bumping into each other like the pool balls. So that sound is the whip moving faster than 800 miles per hour, and it's creating a little sonic boom.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so the drumstick, whack. I mean, I've never even researched it before. Like, how fast does a drumstick move? I mean, drumstick's going to be way slower than a whip because we have all that kinetic linking, and the nature of it is malleable. But this plus the stick is kind of whippish. There's just parts of it, this hard length, but all of them together, I can do this. So we could say that this is like a whip. And so the drumstick is going to be moving way slower than any bullwhip could. And we're not going to get a sonic boom out of it. We could make that a challenge. But, but everyone's just going to get tendonitis and carpal tunnel before they achieve that. So that stick is moving. I speculate, 500 miles per hour. You do not want your thumb under there. I've done it twice. My poor left thumb. Whack. It's going to happen once. Especially if you're warned, liability's off of me. You're going to hit yourself. And you should be proud if it really fucking hurts. Because that means you were now able to generate power and speed to cause that excruciating pain. And while you're fumbling through this landscape of putting it all together, and you're trying out every kid who does nunchucks for the first time whacks their forehead badly because they don't know how to wield that momentum yet, and they're just going to hit themselves and knock their knees, and it's going to be a murder show. So you're going to hit yourself, hopefully just once, and you can learn, okay, that's right. Separate the hands, separating the hands, which then makes the tip of the stick farther away from that hand, and so... But don't keep your hands away from each other because of that reason. Yeah. You just have good form, and then whatever comes. So. All right, grab your. Let's see. Take this. I gave you this, right?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, take that. Steering wheel. Take that. Yep, star in the making.